This video will help with your understanding of the Arrears To Do tab. Once logged into OurProperty, at the top left corner, mouse over the house icon, Arrears, and click on To Do. The To Do page displays all rent arrears and tenant invoice actions that are to be processed for the day, and by default displays the rent arrears actions. Simply click on the Tenant tab to display all tenant invoice arrears. Tenant invoices is covered in another video. By default, arrears actions are displayed by action type with phone call actions at the top, as these are considered to be the most important and crucial actions to the arrears process. If you would like to sort the actions by any other type, click on the title at the top of each column to sort by that type. The actions are displayed with the message type, the tenant or landlord name for the message, property address, the number of days rent is owed, the number of consecutive days in arrears, the number of days the action is overdue to be processed, details of any active notices. Any tenant classifications that are not default are displayed in the conditional column. Also displayed is the dollar amount in arrears, the status of the arrears message, and the time the action was processed. The notepad icon will open a pop-up window with the same actions available when clicking on the message title or action icon. However, the pop-up window will not show a preview of the message. This icon will turn green when a note has been added. If the arrears action needs to be printed, a printer icon will appear in the print column. Once clicked, a pop-up window will appear with a preview of the letter or notice. To actually process and send a letter or notice action, you will need to click on the printer icon at the top right corner of the pop-up window. The second printer icon is the trigger for the arrears action for the letters and notices, and related emails and SMS messages will be automatically sent. Once processed, the printer icon will turn green. And Previous displays the date the arrears action was generated. This column will generally be blank unless an arrears action was not processed on the date it was generated. Clicking on either the message title or the action icon will open a pop-up window with contact details for the tenant or landlord if processing a phone call action, a phone call script or a preview of the letter or notice, options to defer the action, the option to create a payment plan, the option to reset the arrears if processing a tenant action, a text box to create notes, and the note history. Also, if processing a tenant action, OurProperty will display up to 3 months of the tenant's ledger. Clicking on the tenant or landlord name will open the arrears history for the selected user. And clicking on the property address will display the arrears history for the property, including messages sent to all tenants and landlords for that selected property. There are several arrears action icons to help you quickly distinguish each action type and if any message has been unsent. Mousing over each will show a tooltip for your reference. The phone icon indicates a phone call is needed. The letter icon indicates a letter or notice needs to be printed and posted. However, if the tenant or landlord has a valid email address, the letter will also be sent by email along with an SMS message once the letter or notice has been printed. The grey letter and @ symbol icon indicates the email is waiting for the letter or notice to be printed. The red letter and green @ symbol icon indicates the email was not sent to that user but has been sent to another user for the property. In this example, the email was unable to be sent to this tenant, but the green @ symbol indicates the email was sent to another tenant for the property. If both the letter and @ symbol are red, then no one has received the email due to invalid details. The grey phone and SMS icon indicates the SMS message is waiting for the letter or notice to be printed. Once printed, the email and SMS messages relating to the letter or notice will be automatically sent. The green phone and red SMS icon indicates that the SMS was not sent to that user, but has been sent to another user for the property. In this example, the SMS was unable to be sent to this tenant. But the green phone symbol indicates the SMS was sent to another tenant for the property. If both the phone and SMS symbols are red, then the message was not sent to anyone. Remember, a tooltip will appear for your guidance for each action when you mouse over the icons. For any messages unsent due to invalid details, you will need to contact the tenant or landlord to update their contact details. Any icons with a red clock indicates the action has been deferred. You do not need to process these deferred actions until the deferred to date is reached. All deferred actions will still appear in your to-do list, but will not count towards your KPIs. The deferred actions are not removed to ensure you are always aware of the deferrals. You should now have a better understanding of the Arrears To Do tab, with what information is displayed and how the process works. Watch our other video in this series to learn how to process rent arrears in OurProperty.